Hello, everybody. Welcome to Greater Seattle Korean Association Candidate Corner. And Candidate Corner is part of our voter education fund from King County. And the whole reason why we do this is to so that we can interview our candidates so you can get to know them more on a personal and professional level and see what they stand for on a nonpartisan, non-endorsement basis. So today we're very pleased and excited to have Mayor Kyoto Matsumoto Wright. Welcome, Mayor Wright, to Canada Corner.
Thank you.
Yeah, and before we have Mayor Wright share just some of her thoughts and vision for Mount Lake Terrace. And she is, as a reminder, current mayor of Mount Lake Terrace. And she is right now looking to retain her council seat on Mount Lake Terrace City Council position 4. But before we let her start, just a quick reminder that this is not an endorsement, but rather just to get to know our candidates, so you can learn more about their background and to make more of an informed decision as informed voters. So, Mayor Wright, perhaps first you could tell us just more about your background, like personal and professional. Yeah.
Well, I've been a real estate broker for almost 50 years and with one company for over 40 years. And let's see, my passion actually is theater and films. So I volunteer a lot on boards. I was on the board of the University of Washington School of Drama for over 25 years at the ACT Theater Board, a lot of small theater boards. And I just love entertainment. Um, then I got on the, I started on the board at the Realtor Association, and then I became president. And while I was president, we started learning a little bit more about what politics was all about. And then I just started on the Planning Commission at the Mount Lake Terrace Planning Commission, got appointed to the City Council in 2008, and after that, I was stuck. So,
Great. Okay, thank you, Mayor Wright. Mount Lake Terrace has been through some transition, and being on the council and also current mayor, what has been some of the challenges for the city? But also, maybe you can share some of the successes and achievements. Yeah.
so we started our town center vision when I was on the Planning Commission. So I was part of getting the town center put together, the rezoning of downtown and all of that. And we got this on paper, and we were hoping that the developers will come and start building, and then the recession happened. So we had to wait a little bit longer. And then we started getting a few buildings happening in the city of Mount Lake Terrace. And then COVID happened. It's just been, and then we were trying to finish our main street. We got half of it done, and we just want to finish the other half. And now it's very, very tough to get grants like that, $23 million. And so now we're going to just keep doing it with what we can get. And so we're working on it slowly, lots of challenges with big projects. And we're just one small little city, 4 square miles, in between Seattle, Shoreline, Linwood, and Everett. So we just need to get our voices out, get people to know what we're all about. We do have a light rail station now, and that really helps. But around the light rail station, we really need to get some density put in there. And so we're really working on that. So lots and lots of challenges going on in our city, but we're actually working on a lot of solutions.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mayor Wright. And you already touched upon it with the recent developments. If your seat is retained for the county council seat, then Mayor Wright, what do you see as kind of there's still a lot of work to be done, kind of your ongoing vision for Mount Lake Terrace? Yeah.
Well, we just lost our only hotel. that's going to be converted into housing. And so I would love to see another hotel being built in our city. We also need a lot more retail. We need to get some economic development going in our city with a lot more. We have 1,000 units on the way in, and we just need to have um, the economic development to help the people moving into our city. The people moving in are younger, and they're moving because of the changes that's happening in our city, mainly because light rail is there, and they would like to see a lot more restaurants. They would like to see a lot more things like an actual town center where there's coffee shops to walk to, retail, restaurants, whatever. And we're really working on that. And unfortunately, it just takes a lot of time and money.
Great. Mayor Wright, so first off, on behalf of Korean Association, we're very pleased and proud that you're one of our few AA and HPI leaders in local government here. And how do you feel your role is to represent more of our communities and communities of color? And how can we get more involved? Is it important to you? Yeah.
This is very, very important to me. That's why I show up to just about everything, because I want people to know that there is an Asian female mayor out there. And I think I'm one of the few council members of color, of Asian descent in Snohomish County, and probably in the whole state too. But in Snohomish County, there's probably a handful of us. We just really need to show up and let the people know. Let go. I try to go into schools too, so that the younger kids know that there is such a thing as an Asian mayor, an Asian female mayor, and a Asian female mayor with my color hair out there, because the younger kids look at that and go, "Wow, you're actually a mayor." They're this tall, and they're just looking up and going, "Oh my gosh." That gives them hope that they can someday become mayor too.
Yeah, that's so cool, Mayor Wright. You're definitely one of the coolest mayors out there. On top of the fact that you're Asian and female, it's very, very cool. So thank you for representing our communities. And then finally, you spoke about youth and the kids, and you visit the schools. Why do you kind of visit the schools, and is it important for you that the next generation learn about civic engagement, and how can they become more involved? Yeah.
Well, I've always talked about getting more youth involved because, as we all age, we need to have the viewpoints of every generation. And so I'm always talking about having people listen to the people that are under 20, because they're our future. You can't just keep dismissing them, because they're our future. I remember when I was their age and we were being dismissed by our older generation, and I'm part of that generation when I was 20 years old that said, don't um, don't listen to anybody, don't trust anybody over 30. And then I became 30 years old, and then I became 40 years old. And so we really do have to start listening to every generation, and the youth really is our future. And that's why I go into the schools. I like to talk about getting involved. But a lot of people of color, especially Asian people, younger Asian kids, they don't think that they can do anything because their parents are always telling them they have to do this, this, and this. But what happens if they want to go into theater? What happens if they want to do something besides being a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, and so forth? And so I just want to let them know that you can become anything you want to, as long as you try and get out there and do something.
Well, thank you very much, Mayor Wright. That was very inspiring and encouraging message for our youth and next generation leadership. So everyone, again, this is Mount Lake Terrace Mayor Kyoto Matsumoto Wright, and she's looking to currently retain her seat in the Mount Lake Terrace City Council position 4. So the ballots will be mailed out, I think, end of next week. So we're coming up on a very important time. And this is why we're doing this here at Korean Association, not just for our Korean community, not just for our AANHI and communities of color, but for all people. It's very, very important to vote. And I think I heard the last numbers in Snohomish County that even in the general election, the max turnout for the voter was only 25%. Folks, come on, we can do better than this. And we're trying to help and contribute to voting more and turning out in the polls as much as we can. It's very important. We want to thank once again Mayor Wright, one of our trailblazers. She's female, she's Asian, and she's got super cool hair. So, so Mayor Wright, do you have like a website you'd like to share and maybe an endorsement or two?
I
Yeah.
have a Facebook page that is Reelect Kyoko Matsumoto Wright, and I've been endorsed by a lot of members of our city council, and even the governor, Bob Ferguson, has endorsed me. Secretary of State Steve Hobbs has endorsed me, and our Snohomish County executive Dave Summers has endorsed me, and along with Cindy Liu and Lauren Davis, Strom Peterson, Mark Elias, John Lovick. I can go on and on.
Okay, great. Thank you very much once again. And again, Mayor Kyoto Matsumoto Wright on your ballot, Mount Lake Terrace residents, position 4 on your ballot. So please go out and vote. So shall we give a shout out to Korean community? 감사합니다. Thank you. Bye.